Yes, welcome back, and we're into the home stretch now, and we have the artist of the week in the house. Let's welcome Mahmood Olympio. He's a video director, he's a photographer, he's a musician. Well, that's why we say artist of the week. He can be one of many things or many things of many things. Good morning,
Good morning, ma'am.
Mahmoud.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you with us.
Same here. It's a pleasure.
Barka de Salah will be in place with you.
Yes, yes.
Did you have to kill a ram yesterday?
Yeah,
or?
we did. One.
Who's we?
Me and my family. Brother.
That means you're still at home with mom and dad.
Well, my mom is not in Nigeria at the moment, but I stay with my brothers. We all stay together. So we together,
You killed a ram.
We killed a
Seven
ram.
of you, or just three of you?
Well, apparently my younger brother played cricket for Nigeria, so he's in Abuja at the moment.
Okay.
So the remaining two of us, we had to do something.
Okay. So you got the.
So we had the ram yesterday.
Well, I hope you have our fried bit outside
Yes.
waiting for us after the
Yes.
Right. Now, Mahmoud, tell us about you. You look very young to be a producer and this
Director.
and that and photographer and director and I'm running out of breath.
Yeah. Well, most of the things that I do, I got from my mom. My mom is also a TV person. She's done a couple of TV shows. So when I finished secondary school, I helped her, and I was picking stuff from her studio, what she was doing. Then I think I became over ambitious. I wanted to learn as much as I can. So then I had books on mass communication, and I said, well, I'll be a mass communicator. Then I have to touch every field of mass communication. So I wanted to work in TV. At the same time, I wanted to do magazine. At the same time, I wanted to be on radio. So everything that I had to do, I had to learn in process. So I started working in AIT at my early age as an editor in news department. And, I always wanted to do more.
Never mind, we understand. We understand,
The
Mahmoud.
hunger.
Because young people just feel that they can do everything and they can do anything.
Yes.
We understand that.
And, they say, jack of all trades, makes,
Master of none.
master of none. But, the thing is, well, I took a field, I call it, I'm a mass communicator, whatever you think it is. So if I have to learn filming, it's part of my work. If I have to learn print, it's part of my work. And if I have to, entertainment, everything has to come in place. So I've done photography, film, I've tried, and I've worked with known actors. I've shot for Sunny Nnaji, I've done for etcetera. I've shot videos for Jibo, Cynthia Morgan. I've also, I started a record label myself. I did a lot.
Who's been on your record label, or who still is?
At the moment, that's the greatest challenge I had, because I had to manage human being. It wasn't about my talent. It wasn't about now. But I signed Cynthia Morgan. At the moment, she left for the US yesterday. She just got signed by Epic Records too in America. Same record that Michael Jackson has passed through. Sierra is on the record label at the moment, so.
What's your gain when you have an artist that you've signed on being signed by another record label?
For me and her, it was a learning process, I didn't mind everything that I had to go through. I felt like it was a learning process, so it wasn't about if somebody else is benefiting, but I realized that, well, I've learned a lot from starting the record label, and I do not feel that I failed yet, I just have to keep going. So she's going to America now, and I think, it's good for me. It's a great profile.
There's no point in even mentioning failure with a name like you've created for yourself, because the two videos we had just before we introduced you, you directed them.
Yes, absolutely.
Where did you come about the ideas in terms of translating the lyrics and the music itself into a video? Because anybody who's got a creative understanding would know that it takes a lot to convert the lyrics into a video.
So what I do is most of the time is I try to get close to the artists to know about them. So I try to put them in place with their song. Sometimes you want to try to put some abstract in videos, but I try to first connect the personality of the person and the song, then I'll start to think about what's the song saying. So if I have to put this guy as a character in the song, and it's the one who's going to be playing my lead, despite, somebody else can play the lead, but I have to find a way to look at his character in the song. Then whatever idea that comes along with the song, then I try to infuse them into. So, sometimes I just put some little elements.
So the one that's playing now, that one was released, that video was released in Nigeria?
Yes.
And that's the rock
Yeah,
flavored
so that's
music.
etcetera, just soft alternative rock music.
Alternative rock. Now, what other videos have you produced or directed in the last year or two?
I've done some up and coming. At the same time, I've done some known. So I just came back to start, to do music videos back again because, I told you at the point in my life, I went into recording artists, managing artists. Then I went into photography. Yeah, so that took like another 2.5 or 3 years of my career as a film director. This I shot last year. Sunny Nnaji I shot like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, you shot this video for Sunny Nnaji?
Yes.
Okay. And did you study abroad at any point in time, or did you learn from people outside of Nigeria?
Materials, from books. I read a lot, and I do a lot of research, So I've never traveled out of the country before, and because I cannot afford to pay for the schools in America or in London, so I had to take materials and learn. A lot of people have gone to film school. I've never gone to film school, Everything that I've had to learn is, through book, watch, try to do stuff.
So what's your academic background then? Because a lot of people will think you have to go to a university in LA or in Hollywood, somewhere around there, to be able to direct films and direct videos. Tell us your academic background.
When I finished my secondary school, Which
secondary school did you go to?
I went to a couple. I went to a school on the island, a Coakite Grammar School, a public school.
Okay.
And I went to Anajat International School a bit, That's when I finally finished my secondary school. So when I was done with school, while I was trying to gain admission into the university, I did JAM, the first one I didn't make it, and I told myself I'm not going to be writing JAM again. And
Never again.
So I said, my grandfather, was in America then, and I came back to Nigeria and said, you guys, you have to learn a trade. And I was like, well, so the first thing I had to do is, I went to a local filmmaking outfit, I was learning editing. That was like non-linear editing, analog editing then, So I was there for a while. So I went back to my mom's studio to help her, also. So I was picking up. So I wanted to do more. So I went to AIT. A friend of mine whose father works there, late Mr. Ladi Lawal, gave me my first job in AIT because I could edit. So the first time, even without being a graduate, they saw what I could do and they gave me a job. I was like, I got an employment.
Is it news editor or ENG editor?
ENG editor.
Okay.
So while I was in AIT, I applied to Nigerian Institute of Journalism to school. It's a monotechnic. So I was doing mass comm. Then I felt like, I really want to do filming, I want to do this, but I can't afford to go to the school at the moment. So while I was battling with, my career and I was going to school, and I got another job with TV Africa while I was in AIT, and I had 2 jobs, and each time I'm going.
How did you juggle 2 jobs?
So when I was going to leave AIT, my boss says, Mahmood, you're very strong in this department. You can leave. I mean, you can work at night, work night shift, and I took the job. So AIT in Alagbado, the other is in GRA. So each time I'm going to work, I take a bus. I realize I sleep and I find myself in Oshodi. So that so I did that for like 2 months, and I told my boss I can't cope, and I have to go to school weekends. I was excited.
It's rough, isn't it?
Really rough. Then I tell myself, like, I was excited at first because the only place you get to hear that people do 2 jobs, it's not in Nigeria. That I was excited at first, but when I started, I dropped AIT after 6 months again, I had to resign in TV Africa. So because I wanted to focus on filmmaking, going to work, going 9 to 5, then going, it wasn't giving me the time to study more about my passion. So what I had to do is I, had to quit the 2 jobs. So then I went to libraries, bookstores.
So you went back to the drawing board, really?
Yeah, I got, books, materials so that I can read and read and read. I did that for 1 year. I wasn't earning salary. I was hungry. My parents, then I said I have to stop school. Because school itself, I appreciate, the educational system in Nigeria, but I felt like I wanted more than what I was getting in school. Then, what I said to myself, okay, I will stop school for a while, then I will go back to school when I have the money to go to the kind of school that I wish to go to. So that didn't come through, So I was, people tell me that, Mahmoud, I'm still going back to school. I have to, it's something that I have
when
to do.
When are you looking to go back to school? But that means you're going to do JAM
possible.
or you don't want to do JAM? No, you won't do JAM.
There's nothing is jamming me. I'm not jamming anything at the moment. I'm sorry, But I mean, I'm not saying this for people not to go to school. School is very good. You learn a lot in school. I tell a lot of people it might work for me, it might not work for you. I'm still learning. I'm still in my learning process, and I'm not saying I'm young or I'm growing older every day. So I have to do it at the right time. School, it's time. If I say, oh, what's the value? I'm going to be sitting down in school with the children that were supposed to be my own children, but I want to go to school now. But it's not that, well, I want to go. I'm going to school just to add value to what I have. I'll probably take a course on what I don't have at the moment.
If it's any consolation to you, Steve Jobs dropped out of school. If that's any consolation. So it depends on what you want to define school as.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess your school has been the studies that you've done. You didn't get a degree from that 1 year that you spent in libraries, on the computer, learning how to edit. ENG editing is creative as well as being one that you have to learn properly. And if you are able to edit the way you've done and also direct the way you've done, you're as good as somebody with a university degree.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah. And again, where the thing that I have to learn now that I'm still battling with, it's wanting to be creative. There's another thing to be able to make money out of being creative. It's not as easy, So a lot of us, some people go to school, some people learn creative works, but they do not learn financial education. So that I'm still battling with. If you come to me and say, Mahmoud, I want to do a video, and I'm like, oh, so this is my fee, and you're like, Mahmoud, I do not have, because of the passion, I'll have to do it, regardless of if I get paid or I don't get paid. When I'm in the job, I'm 100% into it. So at the moment, I'm learning a lot of stuff. I'm still learning. 1 year that I took off work is about 8 years now. I'm still learning.
Okay.
Now, you are also a musician.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to hear what you think about the music industry in Nigeria.
At the moment, it's doing good. A lot of people are putting a lot of effort in everything, in recording, in making videos, in trying to pass message. Aside from the glamour, there's a lot of glamour at the moment, and it's almost close to what you can get overseas. And you can tell that a lot of Nigerian artists are putting a lot of effort in not only to make music, but also to paint a picture of their own life in a certain way. So it's becoming artistic, at the same time entertaining, and at the same time, a lot of money, people make a lot of money from the business.
Is that why you're in it?
No, and yes.
Okay, now explain the no and yes.
The no is, first, it has to come with, passion. You have to, feel like you want to do it. A lot of people want to do entertainment because of the glamour, because officially, this is my first interview ever. I have never been on TV to talk about myself. I've rehearsed this 10,000 times on my own, ask myself the same questions, and I see a lot of artists and I'm like, well, you don't even have anything to say, but you're still on TV.
Yeah.
So the right time, I've been waiting for, maybe when I've said it to myself 100 times, I didn't even know what was going to happen this morning. I got the call last night, and I didn't even know that it was, I went to
Really?
Maryland. I thought the office was still in Maryland. I thought I was saying to myself, oh, I've missed this opportunity again to be on TV.
Well, here you are.
Hey, you are, you
I'm in
are.
official.
According to Lady Gaga, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of your musical career, though, where are you taking it? Do you sing? Do you play instruments?
Oh, at the moment, I don't play any instrument, but the only instrument, I don't know, I always say to myself that I can sing. I've recorded a couple of songs, and people have said, oh, Mahmood, why are you singing again? First, you started as a film director, now you're, as an editor, a film director, now you're... But I've been training myself, towards that line forever. Like, I wanted to sing, it's part of me, I really want to do it. And I've tried different types of songs. I've written different types of songs, and they're like, Mahmoud, you can't sing. Oh. Some people say, and I'm like, okay. I recorded, I like what I heard, but I still, like me, myself, I don't feel I'm there yet, but I'm still learning music every day.
Okay.
So you're looking to release something soon?
Very soon. I've recorded a couple, and I have I don't want to make jest of myself on TV. To probably say I have a song that is special to me that a lot of people have heard.
Okay, let's just say you're going to sing us out with that special song after we have signed off.
So we'll hear
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
I can.
You sing that for us.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Is there singing in your family?
Singing, I think so, but none of my family has made it through as musician or recorded or that we know that well. But my younger brother sings better than me, but he sings, but he plays cricket. He would rather spend time playing cricket
Than singing.
than singing.
And singing.
Okay, maybe when you can play cricket till you're about 40 or so that's a long career.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back to singing after that.
Yeah, so I think anybody can sing as long as you can
No,
train.
not anybody can sing.
No, I couldn't sing to save my life. So that's not strictly true.
Okay, well you can sing.
If you insist, yes.
In the bathroom, yes.
Yes. Who doesn't sing in the bathroom? Now, so this year is coming to an end. What should we be looking forward to in 2013 from you? Are you going to go to Nollywood because you just want to be an all-round artist? So we're expecting to see, and anywhere we see you now, we won't be surprised.
Okay.
So what is the plan for 2013?
Like I've paid a lot of attention to people over the years. I've paid more attention to other people, helping people's career grow, from the old, I've contributed in a lot of people's career. So I said to myself, I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm just starting to pay a lot of attention to myself. First time I said it now, this is my, I'm on TV. That's like, if anybody wants to become an entertainer, you have to be on TV. So I think this is the starting point. This is the beginning. So I hope, then whoever that is watching or whoever that is listening to me at the moment, I said to myself, why am I doing it? Is there a purpose for doing it? So maybe when I start to build my own fan base and doing stuff for the people that likes my stuff and they want to see. So that would encourage me more. At the moment, I'm just, working on myself, and whoever that works with me is also, So now it's 100% trying to work on myself. I've worked on myself. Those are my videos, but I feel like, Mahmoud, you need to do stuff for yourself. Like, put yourself on TV, get yourself known, stuff like that.
It's
You
coming.
get there. You get
It's
there.
coming.
Yes. Okay.
Mahmood Olympio, music director, music video director, photographer, filmmaker, let's just say artist. Thank you for coming on Sunrise.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure, sir.
Okay, so Mahmood will sing us out after we have said thank you very much to all of you who spent this morning with us as usual. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock to 12 noon, Sunrise. Thank you very much for being there again this week. We hope to see you next week with a fresh package. I am Alero Edu, wishing you all the best this weekend and through the rest of the week.
My name is Kayode Akintemi. It's Baraka de Salah again. All the Salah meat, I guess, will be going around now to get bits and pieces of it to enjoy. Have a great weekend. So over to you, Mahmood. Let's hear you.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
Any
Sing.
song, your
Okay,
song,
all right. I'll do
your
this.
favorite.
Yeah, this goes like this. I don't have a mansion, but I've got a home. I don't drive a limo, but I love my red car. I don't have 1,000 friends, but someone loves me. I cannot be anyone, but I can be me. That's why I have a super dreams. That's why I fly high without wings. We rise to fall so we can rise again. Cannot be anyone, but I can be me. Yeah, thank you. That's it.
Well, that's very